At a family meeting, Mom boasted, your sister finally got the perfect house. When will you achieve this? I just smiled. Already did, Mom. You could have seen it if you'd come to my birthday party. The whole room went dead silent. My sister Paige stopped mid-bite of her salad. Dad's fork froze halfway to his mouth. Even Uncle Gary put down his beer. What do you mean? Mom asked, her smug expression faltering. See, 3 months ago, I'd invited everyone to my birthday party. Made it clear it was at my new place. Mom had texted back, can't make it. Paige has a yoga class that day. For my 30th birthday. Yoga class. I bought a 4-bedroom colonial in Riverside Heights. I said casually, cutting into my chicken. Been living there since January. Paige's face went white. Riverside Heights? That's like, those houses are $500,000 minimum. Mom was shaking her head. You're lying. You work at that little marketing firm. There's no way you could afford stock options. I interrupted. We got acquired by Microsoft last year. My shares vested in December. The silence stretched on forever. Dad finally spoke. Why didn't you tell us? I looked around the table at all their shocked faces. I tried. Remember? Birthday party? My housewarming? You all chose Paige's yoga class instead. Mom's fork clattered onto her plate. She just sat there, mouth open, while Paige stared at me like she'd never seen me before. So yeah, Mom, I achieved it months ago. You just weren't interested enough to find out. The awkward silence was broken by Aunt Joyce clearing her throat. Well, congratulations, honey. That's wonderful news. But Mom wasn't done. She'd recovered from her shock and was getting that stubborn look I knew too well. If that's true, why are you still driving that old Honda? I laughed. Because it runs perfectly fine. Unlike some people, I don't need to show off everything I own. That hit home. Mom's face flushed red. She'd been bragging about Paige's new BMW lease just 20 minutes earlier. Besides, I continued, pulling out my phone. I was saving up for something else. I showed them my screen. A Tesla configurator with a fully loaded Model S in my cart. This gets delivered next week. Paige practically shrieked. A Tesla? Those cost like $80,000. This one's 92 actually. But who's counting? Dad leaned forward, squinting at my phone. Jesus Christ, Vanessa. What exactly did Microsoft pay you? Enough to put a down payment on a second house if I wanted. There's this cute Victorian in the historic district that just came on the market. Mom stood up abruptly, her chair scraping against the floor. This is ridiculous. You're just showing off now. Am I asked, putting my phone away. Or am I just finally sharing my life with family who actually bothered to ask? Uncle Gary raised his beer. Hell, I'll drink to that. Good for you, kid, but the damage was done. Paige had gone completely quiet, picking at her food. Mom was aggressively clearing dishes, making as much noise as possible. Dad tried to smooth things over. Well, we're all very proud of you, honey. Maybe you can host the next family dinner at your place. Maybe, I said, standing up and grabbing my purse. If anyone's actually interested in coming this time. I headed for the door. Behind me, I could hear Mom hissing at Paige about something, but I didn't care anymore. My phone buzzed as I got to my car. A text from my friend Jenna. How'd the family dinner go? I typed back. About as well as expected. Wanna come see the house tomorrow? I'm thinking of getting a hot tub for the back deck. Her response was immediate. Yes. Can we get pizza and wine? I smiled, starting my perfectly reliable Honda. Already planning on it. As I drove home through my neighborhood, I passed the community pool where I'd been swimming laps every morning. Past the coffee shop where the barista knew my order. Past all the neighbors who'd actually shown up to my birthday party with housewarming gifts. My phone kept buzzing with texts from tonight's witnesses. Cousins asking for the full story. Aunt Joyce sending congratulations she couldn't give at dinner. I pulled into my driveway, looking up at my house with its wraparound porch and the garden I'd planted myself. This was mine. I'd earned every square foot. My phone rang. Paige's name on the screen. Is it really true? She asked when I answered. Her voice was small. All of it, I said, unlocking my front door. A long pause. I'm sorry we missed your party. Me too. But you know what? I had an amazing time anyway. Mom's crying in the kitchen. I flipped on my lights, admiring my living room. When she's ready to celebrate instead of compete, she has my address. Your house really is perfect, isn't it? I looked around at everything I'd built. It is. Come see it sometime when you're ready to actually be happy for me.